Hello, my dear gardeners. This is the case when the garden is trying to eat the gardener again, right? I think I talked about it already, mentioning my yew here. So what's happening here? I'm going to give you a tour of another side of the garden. I feel like this year I'm stuck in the area under our evergreen pine tree. So today is a different story. We are going to the west side of the house where there is an entrance, a little bit of overgrown because I was neglecting this area. But today, the whole day I was out, couldn't take you on the journey of what I'm doing here because we had severe wind, so I just couldn't film it. And I'm going to show you what I did here and give you a tour of the area under the arch. So welcome to Olga Carmody's garden. Look at this. So this area looks so different from last year. Last year this area was sunny, somewhat sunny, and there was a lot of going on. But this year, because of these yews here, big and strong, the tree matured a lot. It liked all the rain and cool season here. This yew became big and mighty, so there is a lot of shade here. And look how it looks now. Much more barer. A juga couldn't fight the leaf coverage. I left the leaf coverage here. Some of my perennials are doing really badly here. I'm going to move this what's the name of it? Jacob's ladder. I'm going to move this plant to the area under the pine tree because it's just too dark here. And these yews, look at them, they are all over the place. So the story with these yews, let me tell you. I was so desperate. You see our library windows here. I was so desperate to create some sort of coverage here, some sort of hedge here, and it's very shady here, so I couldn't introduce arborvitaes. You see, we have arborvitaes here where it's sunny, but here I couldn't do it because arborvitaes don't like shady conditions, so only yews can take it and be a nice hedge. And these yews, usually they recommend for you to trim yews on a regular basis for them to be bushy, not to let them go and create something like this, right? But I was really desperate. I couldn't wait 5 years. And look at this wall, this white wall. So what I'm going to do this year, I'm going to straighten them up with the help of some sticks, and they're going to stand here like soldiers, and they are already creating the coverage here. Look how nice it is. It's like a nice, quiet woodland area where we pass through. We have to pay attention. Okay, my dear camera lady, please watch all the equipment on the floor because I'm taking care after my Adelaide rose. So what's happening with this rose here? Adelaide is in serious trouble here because of the shade, but it's a very tenacious, very strong rambling rose, and rambling roses do have more tolerance to shade, so I'm hoping that my Adelaide is going to grow well here. The problem is Adelaide wants to grow there where sun is, and I want the Adelaide to grow into this direction. So what I did here, I put 3 stakes in, put the wires between them, and I'm training all these stems to go this way. And when we look from the library outside, we see all that greenery, plus this fence, and we have a nice entrance here. The problem with this hosta is, this hosta came with the house, and I never divided it. So you see how big it is? So maybe this hosta has to be divided because there is no straight pathway. Well, it can be, as the original design was, that it will be winding path, right? For people to slow down and look around instead of just going from point A to point B, to make it a little bit more entertaining, this area. But this hosta is getting too big. Yeah, probably next year I will just chop it in half, take 1/2 off, and then all this would be moved slowly here this way, giving more space here. Next, we have 2 big hostas, and these hostas are the biggest hostas from all of them. Their name is Empress Wu, and they came to me as a mistake, I believe. Yeah, they came to me as a mistake. I ordered something different. Empress Wu arrived. I didn't know that Empress Wu was the biggest hosta. And as you can see, they are huge here. The only problem with them here is that they're growing under the tree. Tree sheds leaves, and I always have to keep them nice and clean. And just look at this. I have to come in and deal with this poor rose. You see how it's all tangled up. I neglected this rose here. All right, this support is on, and I will try to make sure that I kind of straighten it up, cut some stems out, and we will have a rose here. All right, so I want you to look at the shape. Look at my yews right there when you enter my garden. You see how straight my two yews are, and I never really planted that way. I always cut them in a kind of round shape, so they were not interesting. But I looked at it and I said, wow, that does look good. I'm going to keep them in that shape, and maybe you see how they are becoming top heavy? They need to be trimmed. They're not trimmed this year. So I'm going to give them straight trim and then maybe slightly round on top. Otherwise, look at this entrance right here into my garden. And this is one of the rooms here. Love it. I still can't imagine this space here. At some point I was look here. This is kind of empty area here. And I'm thinking that I want to do another raised bed here, because we have 4 raised beds and we do have a lot of produce here. But I think this area can be well utilized to do lettuce or some shady greenery which tolerates some shade. It has morning sun, so I think that this raised bed will be doing okay here. And here is my wonderful arch, which was a very successful project last year. By the way, here's the video how I did it. And why this arch is good? Well, first of all, it's very sturdy. It's not like that little dilapidated thing. Look how it looks. Oh my gosh, and it's still standing. So I'm thinking to keep it another year. This arch I built with 2 or 3 inches by 2.5 by 2.5 treated wood, anchored deeply into the soil. So you see, this is nice and sturdy, and it's going to be standing here for many years. So on one side, I think I capped this clematis. I'm not sure. I think it was here already, so I just reintroduced it back. The only problem with this clematis, it wants to follow the sun. So look at all these beautiful blooms are going to happen here, but I want them to happen on that side because that's where I see the arch, right? That's the garden. So it's a good lesson for people who want to introduce flowers on the arch. Make sure that that arch and flowers are going to face you on sun, not face sun and give you the back of the flowers, which is happening here. What I can do, I can move this clematis a little bit back, you know, to that side, but for this I need a ladder here. But it's a good successful situation here, because clematis likes to grow in the shady, the roots like to grow in the shady location, and it's perfect here. And then the head is in the sun, which is a perfect condition for clematis. And on another side we have Japanese, what's the name of it, Major Wheeler honeysuckle. Also, it was here with the previous arch. It was such a big tangled mess that I just got tired of it and just chopped it off and left like 1 or 2 of stems. And look, this year it's making all the way up, and now it's almost at the top. Here we go. Very good. 2 pots. One is old. I'm going to take it out. Oops. So what I did, I like to get the stickers here. This is Sedum Angelina. So what I did, I introduced these 2 sedums. They overwintered here, and these are the babies. They look much better. You see, I made these convenience hooks here. So this sedum got introduced here last year, and I kept it through the winter. Wonderful Angelina sedum, and this one is really old, so I'm going to switch it. Probably what I will do, I will replant it the babies and plant them, and they will look much better. Otherwise it looks a little bit old. Plus this guy is going here. Oh my gosh, maple tree. How did he get there, right? And it's look a little bit crooked. Oh well, whatever. So this arch is a wonderful thing. Near the arch, this boxwood is not trimmed yet. I want to trim it into a nice, some sort of like a gnome head shape. There's a bird there. Oh my gosh, he probably fell off the, yeah, he fell off the, oh, whatever. Let mother bird take care after its babies. So this is going to be trimmed into some sort of a gnome hat shape because I like it. This is a nice boxwood here, enjoying a nice situation on one side, and here is another boxwood on another side. This one is the dwarf boxwood. And this is the year for my flowers in the garden. Look at Vanessa Bell. This rose never would give me so many buds. It's going to be beautiful. It's a gentle yellow rose here. Ooh, the wind. By the way, we had so much wind. I have a story to tell you after this one. So, Vanessa Bell, look at this. It has so many beautiful buds. It's going to be beautiful here. And Vanessa Bell is sharing this space with my Japanese holly. Very mature, established shrub, came with the house. I love it here. It's a nice, wonderful backdrop to all the plantings here, shading our back porch from the afternoon sun, which is very nice here. So Vanessa Bell has to fight the competition here, and this is its best year, I think. The same with all other roses. Look at this rose. Okay, this is a bad hairdo day. I have to go and take care of it. That's another major wheeler honeysuckle. Didn't have a good winter, I must say. So yeah. Oh gosh, there's so much to do in the garden. So look at this. This is another generous gardener. Look how gorgeous it is here. This year is going to be marvelous. The tour of this garden is going to be great. Look at the back porch here. You know what I did? Remember how in one of the videos I was showing you how I was installing that hanging basket with verbena there, the pink verbena, and it was a little bit too low. So you know what I did like last week? You see this thing here? I put it close to the porch, the hook, and for it not to bend under the weight of the basket, I tied it through my Japanese holly, I tied it to this arch, which is pretty strong because it has treated wood as a foundation. So now this thing is elevated, and you see my verbena is high up there near my chair, and everything looks pretty good. Lady of Shalott, the first blooms are being opened. You see, it's all happening. Lady of Shalott also is looking very healthy. Plenty of buds. Oh, and look at that. Okay, I just have to show you. This was supposed to be just the video about that corner, but look, I have to show you this. Look at my generous garden and just imagine all the blooms. Oh, there is a baby bird on the ground. Okay, let's not go there. He probably doesn't know well how to fly, so he's asking for his mom, probably calling for his mom. Okay, so today in the morning I wasn't able to be in the garden because it was so windy. Yesterday we were sitting there at the back with my husband on the sofa, in our sofa area, and my husband was looking up and he said, oh my gosh, that tree branch is so dry, it's going to fall and hit us. So I looked up and I was like, yeah, I laughed it off. Guess what happened today? The wind was so strong that the branch did fall and it hit the sofa. Look at this. Imagine this thing falling on us. Oh my gosh, the gnarly thing. Actually, it looks good, you know? It has a very good shape. What can be done with it? I have to think about it. This is a very interesting shape. But all the branches broke here, and I'm glad that we were not here. Look at this. Our strawberries are ripening. Ooh, something is broken here. Did somebody get in? No, I don't think so. But one of the sticks, you see, I made this a quick temporary protection for my strawberries, because 3 birds at some point were eating all the strawberries, whichever were red were already eaten. And people say that if you don't want the birds to taste your berries or tomatoes, it's good to put a source of water, because birds are really thirsty when they go for your fruits. They are not really eating fruits, but they are thirsty for water. Maybe, yeah, I think it makes sense. So in the front where I have I bought 3 tomato plants and I left them in the car. I just remembered it. Oh my gosh, good that I remembered it. So I have 3 tomato plants. I'm going to plant them at the front raised bed, and I don't want the birds to poke on tomatoes, so I'm going to put a little water fountain there. I'm going to do it right now because one of 3 tomatoes is very dry, and I was looking at it. Thanks God that I remembered it. Oh my gosh, how good that I remembered it. All right, my dear gardeners, I'm going to plant tomatoes, and you have the most wonderful Sunday, and I will see you in our next video. Happy gardening.